this sounds like you. Man, this week I was so busy. We got so many leads and a ton of business. But the week before, I was dying. I didn't know what was going on. I was bored out of my mind. I went into panic mode. Is that scenario possibly you? It's happened to me on occasion, and there are fixes for it. Basically, what we're talking about is streamlining your lead generation. You're going to run yourself into the ground. And I talk to a lot of businesses, and this is exactly what happens. So today's podcast, how to build a lead generation machine that is Energizer Bunny. If you don't know who I am, my name is Brian Jump. I run the service marketing podcast here. I also run a body shop called Dentco Auto Body, or Dentco Scratch and Dent Repair. It's over 30 years of marketing experience, revenue generation. You're in pretty good hands. I'm not gonna gatekeep information. I am gonna let you know all the stuff that wins and the stuff that also loses. So come on in, climb aboard, and get ready to have some lessons here, learn some things. Before we get into it, I like to talk about baseball when it's relevant. It's relevant right now. We're coming right into the season. Really excited. Our youngest, Gage Jump, he threw today. It was his first professional pro ball game start. It is preseason. Call that what you will. He went 3 2/3, I think. Gave up 1 earned run, I think 1 hit. He got a couple walks and a strikeout. So he did pretty good. I mean, a lot of jitters or imagine the adrenaline that you've worked your whole life towards a goal, and all of a sudden you're on that grand stage. Television, we're watching on TV, and it was pretty amazing for him. A preseason game, like I said, spring training, but I mean, it's a pro game. He's playing on the pro team alongside all the pro players, pitching against pro hitters. So the kid works hard. So anyway, that's our baseball report. I'd like to kind of talk about what's going on around Dentco around here. We've been actually very, very blessed as well, very busy. The economy's weird. I mean, the world's weird right now, right? I mean, we got wars or whatever, and it's just like avoiding spending money right now. Our service is very elective, unless your car has been thrashed so bad that you can't drive it, or unless people are using insurance, which a lot of times they do. They may not elect to have some of these smaller repairs done just because of the uncertainty of what's going on in the world. And I get that. I mean, I can't blame anybody if you're feeling that way. It's just a little bizarre. So anyway, kudos. I tip my cap to you if you run a service business and you're finding that things might be a little bit challenging. And on that note, that's why this episode is so timely for you. If you need more leads, or you find that certain weeks or months it's just feast, and then all of a sudden the light switches and it's famine, these are the ways to smooth out those bumps in the road, those roadblocks, all right? We're going to get you from going slammed and overwhelmed to crickets to basically just, like I said, I like to call it Energizer Bunny. We're going to break this down into 2 businesses that I talk about a lot. I also talk about either they're plumbers or roofers, electricians, in any service or home service business. Today I'm going to talk about dent repair and or auto body, and I'm also going to talk about hairstylists. It's just kind of funny how it works out. It may have something to do with the fact that I run a body shop and I got family members that are stylists. Who knew, right? Let's just talk about this. A lead machine, right? You've got leads coming in, you've got referrals happening, you've got repeat customers booked. Let's talk about the systems. There's going to be 5 of them that help create this machine. For my dent repair shop, capturing people already searching for this service is called intent. And we had a recent episode about this. Hopefully you tuned in and saw it. Google searches like dent repair near me or auto body near me, bumper repair. Those are people getting ready to spend money now. And for a hairstylist, it might be Google or Instagram searches, balayage near me, best hairstylist near me, hair salon, Laguna Hills. Those are people looking. And they're not DIY, how to color my hair, how to do my own bang trim. You don't want that. That's not traffic that's going to probably convert into dollars for you. Or if it is, it's at the very, very top of a very long funnel. Who wants to work those people down, a bang trim customer for $25? No, of course not. You want to capture people that are already looking. High intent traffic creates predictable weekly, daily leads, okay? The first person who usually captures that lead, they're the one that wins. If you got a fish that's, I love to use fishing. You got a fish swimming around the water and he's looking for food. He's looking for a fly to land on the water. He's looking for a worm, whatever. All of a sudden you drop your line in, he's going to hit it. Same thing as with a customer lead. If somebody's looking around for a body shop and they find me first and call me and I don't pick up the phone, they're going to go to door number 2. And I just maybe potentially lost that fish. So the best shops, the best hairstylists, the best people, they answer immediately. Now, you personally don't have to answer immediately. You can have AI, which I love me some AI, you know that. I love my cereals. I used to sprinkle sugar on it, not anymore. I sprinkle AI. Oh, you want some butter on the potato? No, thank you. AI. Quickness to the lead. That's the key. Utilizing AI in a multitude of different ways for businesses, one of which is redundancy on your phone calls or your leads, however you grab leads. Maybe they're forms on a website. Okay, fine. Have a chat bot jump right in and try to snare them into a phone call or visit or however you work your leads. Best shops, answer or stylists. Answer or text and schedule an estimate fast or a consultation if you're a hairstylist, right? Customer might send a DM or an online booking request. I've talked about that with several people about our online booking. It's a great idea. It's a great idea for either estimates or people to book repairs, people for stylists. My wife, I'm not going to throw her under the bus here, kind of a little bit. She uses a book. She uses an old school book, and people call and she writes them in. If she was so busy and she really wanted to increase her efficiencies, which she doesn't. She's a grandmother right now. She's got a beautiful grandbaby and a son playing pro ball and all kinds of things and other family issues. She doesn't have time to grow her business, at 55 years old and all of a sudden double her booking, get an assistant in and open a bunch of salons. That's not the direction that Chris Jump's going in. But if it was, she should, I wouldn't say have to, but she darn should kind of relegate that book to the drawer, bring in the online booking. And I'm sure that's what most stylists are doing right now. So if you're a modern day stylist and you're not doing automated booking, God love you, you really should. And the reason is it frees you up to do what you do to make yourself more money. It also allows the freedom of a customer at 2 a.m. who just got back from the bar, somebody vomited in her hair, and she's like, you know what? I think I need to get my hair done. I got a blowout. I just forgot about it. I just got home from work from the hospital at 11. They're not going to call their stylist at 11, but they can immediately go to online booking and they know that, or they got to make a change or whatever. Or referrals. There's so many different ways you can make this thing automated. We talked about high intent keywords, using that for your ads to snare those fish, right? We talked about speed to the lead. So right now you've got awareness. You're picking the right keywords that are for high intent, people that aren't just doing research. They need you now. Barf hair lady needs you now. I just crashed my car and I'm looking on the internet for a body shop near me. I need you now. That sounds like a song, doesn't it? I might write a song after this. Speed to the lead, right keywords. And then here's the next one. Referral flywheel. Okay, you get somebody that comes in and they're done. You can use your good old sugar on top AI to automate the referral flywheel, or you can do it manually. Hey, thanks for coming in. It was good seeing you. Here's my little card I'm going to hand out. Maybe you could write down a couple people that you know, family members, friends that might need it. If you do, immediately if they book, you get a $25 Starbucks gift card, or I'll take $50 off your next repair. However you want to do it, but you need referrals. Why? Because referrals typically will spend more money with you. They are pretty much free, except for that $25 Starbucks referral card, all right? God forbid, maybe the guy or the gal gives you 3 referrals and 2 book. What do you do for $25 Starbucks, right? Or you give them a deferred discount for down the road, which is 6 months. Who cares? They book because of trust, and trust is the number one thing when you get a lead. No matter what you're doing, you always want to get trust. Trust amongst everything else is the number one driver for closing a lead. So get trust. You want to get that customer to refer people to you. If you know of anybody, blah, blah, blah. And I don't just send them out right then and there when they're getting ready to do it. You want to attack right then and there in a very soft, subtle, violent way. Hairstylist scenario. Customers in the chair, looking at the mirror, whatever, camera, I don't know, however you do it. Maybe you're doing a live stream of the hair deal, whatever, with cool graphics. You got a green screen, looks like Paris in the background, birds. I don't know, there's the Tour de France, bikes riding by, making it kind of fun, right? Whatever you want to do. But maybe you're like a little Spielberg. You're doing your little green screen background, you're doing your hair, and they change every 30 seconds. So all of a sudden you got these different things. Then you're filming. Client after the haircut. Perfect moment. They look, the reveal, they look fantastic. Transformative, moment, right? Then if you have any friends that would potentially maybe want to come here, oh, I was thinking about blah, 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 or my sister or this, or there's a wedding, somebody's going to go for a job interview. There's all kind of events that are triggers, right? For hair events sometimes. Maybe it's just a blowout, graduations, weddings, you name it. So those kind of things, if you're constantly talking to people, you have an opportunity to possibly pull in new clients. A referral can turn one customer into many, because that person, it's just like a spoke in a wheel, right? Well, the one person referred you one or two, and then they referred you one or two, and then pretty soon you got yourself I knew a guy that did that for hair repair, no relation to hair, right? And he got 5 people. He ran ads, got 5 people. Shut the ads off. Those 5 people, no lie, turned into like 270 people in that town because everybody started referring. It just went out like this. It was because of intent. It was a major event. People needed it done, and he just kicked ass. Yeah, he did a great job. Very personable guy. Couldn't believe how many referrals he got off of 5 people, and never had to run ads again. Made probably $600,000-$700,000 off of those 5 initial seeds, those little saplings that planted into huge ass, rabbit growing vines, right? Okay, last thing. Remember, we're trying to get the perpetual lead machine going here so you don't have the peaks and valleys. Oh man, we're doing great, we're kicking ass. Next week you're sitting there ice because you've got the phone's just dead. These are ways how to smooth out those bumps. Strategic partnerships. Okay, so for an auto body shop or a dent repair shop, you might reach out to detailers. Maybe you're gonna do some dealerships, so what? Tint shops, wheel repair shops, fleet companies, wraps. These people get steady work every month, and you can reciprocate. You can forward people over to them. I give detailers work all the time and vice versa. I have a tint shop that probably gives me 2 to 4 cars a week, just one tint shop, and they're small. They don't do auto body, but often when they walk the cars to make sure there's no problem with it, I didn't even know I had that dent. Because they don't want to get blamed for the dent when they're doing the tint work, right? So every shop that is reputable that walks the cars and knows the damage, why not have your information right alongside there? Oh, and by the way, since you have this damage, maybe you didn't even notice on your Jaguar, if you want, these are the guys that take care of it. Bam. And then vice versa, we take care of them for helping us take care of their customers. Pretty simple thing. Okay, brings you steady work every month. And what does it cost? A couple of conversations and a cup of coffee, right? And maybe a slap on the ass. Hairstylists. How can hairstylists do this? Wedding planners, makeup artists. We talked about special events, right? So start thinking, when do people really start thinking more about their personal appearance? And usually it's women. And I'm not trying to be sexist, but women put a lot more value into their hair, primarily more than men, for whatever reason. Now, if there's male actors, maybe we're even keel here. But in the general public, women tend to spend a little more time, by my account, on their hair than men do. Wedding planners, maybe you hit up. Maybe you hit up makeup artists, photographers, spas, boutique clothing stores, job placement. Who knows? People that are headhunters or whatever, for image consultants, all this stuff, and on and on and on and on. People that feel good and look good about themselves generally are more successful, in my opinion. I don't think I'm jumping off a big cliff of reach here. I think that's a true statement. And all you need is a couple good partnerships like we have with our tint shop and a couple other shops, and that will smooth out those gaps. And it might be too much, and you might get too much work and have to pull back or start to say, refer to some other people. I've done that. Hey, stop sending us so many clients. We're too busy as it is. Okay, bonus thing. We're going to do a little bonus here, and then we're going to rapidly. Trust content. Remember I talked about trust. It's the single most important lever to flex when you're trying to close and bring in a new customer and have them book with you. I don't care if you're a hairstylist. I don't know if that guy or gal can really do what I want. I don't know if they're going to be able to do my color right. I hear that from my wife all the time, and I'll just leave it at that. She has a hard time with that. And even cuts. Some of the best in the world, and she's still like, and I understand that. And the same thing goes for auto body or any other service, right? Trust. Are you going to be able to win them over so they feel and believe in your ability that you're going to get the job done to their satisfaction or hopefully beyond, right? So before and after repairs, okay, nothing like that. Craftsmanship content, customer reviews. I'm not talking about me, they're talking about me, right? Repair videos. Now when they call, if they've already seen this stuff, they're already prepped. I got them all juiced up, they're ready to rock and roll. Hairstylists, transformations, color results, client testimonials, styling tips, positioning yourself as a professional, somebody that knows, an authority. So potential clients see the work and think, that's who I want. It's just the way it goes. So what's the big lesson here? Okay, I'm going to break it down. It's 5 things. High intent marketing, fast lead response, being fast to the lead. Don't let it go into a voicemail box and get back to it an hour later if you want to get it. Referral flywheel, spoken hub, you want to get as much business as you can. Strategic partnerships if you need more work. If you don't, and a lot of people don't need to do this, but if you want more referrals and it's typically free, it's worth pounding the payment a couple of days, a month, maybe if just a few times, and you've already built those relationships up. Occasionally, you reciprocate, blah, blah, blah. And then trust building content. That's number 5. Guys, you do all this stuff. The leads are gonna flow in like water, and it's gonna grow, and you're gonna get to a point where you're too busy, which is not a problem for most of us, all right? These aren't really hacks or tricks. This is just good old-fashioned marketing, right? A lot of people have been doing this for a long time. You build this machine where new customers are going to show up every week, and you're going to hold on to your regulars. And it works. It's what I do. Could I be better at it? Yeah. I'm going to let you peek in behind the curtain here. What am I weakest at personally out of all the things I just mentioned to you that you guys need to do? Probably referrals. I don't have my concrete automated system in play for referrals. Am I working on it? Heck yeah. This weekend, we were out of town. The wife and I are sitting by a pool in a real nice desert community, and I'm sitting there working. I got my yellow legal pad, and I'm writing down how AI is going to automate my referral system, because I want the spoke and hubs. I want to have one person transform me to 2 or 3 or whatever, and we don't do that. And people naturally want to reciprocate, especially when we go beyond what they expect, but I want it automated. I don't even want to have to ask about it. I want texts, I want emails, I want content, whatever. I want to do push notifications. I want to have tangible assets I can give to them that at the point of highest value moment that they feel, okay, you know what? Yeah, I really do want to get back to Dentco and Brian and Jeff and the boys. And that's how it gets done, guys. That's it. Drop the mic. We are done. Have a fabulous rest of your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. If anybody has any questions, how can you get a hold of me? 949-302-3464. Text only, please. Hit me in the DMs if you like. I'm always here to help a lending hand. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the next Service Marketing Podcast. Bye-bye for now.